What up, what up, what up? I'm AC Cruz. You know who you are. Welcome to my podcast. Finally, the last episode of this season, season 14. How many have we done so far? Man, been doing this since 2018, so wow. We got to thank you, the subscribers, the listeners. This couldn't happen without you. And we are at an all-time high. Forget about it. We are extremely grateful. So listen, today's guest, not just one, not just two, but three guests. We got Shelly Lares introducing us to her pride and joy, her artists that she's working with, producing, mentoring. So it's Allie and Dez. And I know what you're thinking because I thought the same thing. I thought she's going to retire. Well, after a huge successful career, 40 years of touring and recording and lots of accolades, she is retired from the road, from gigging, from touring. Anyway, so now she's just producing, writing, mentoring, and managing these artists, these young artists. That's the key. They are the young guns of Tejano today. And some of them are pretty impressive. Now, the first two we got right now are Allie and Dez. So, without further ado, Shelly and I are in San Antonio. Allie is in Conroe, Texas, north of Houston. And Dez, El Gallo Dez, is in California. So, welcome to the podcast.
On the next AC Cruz podcast.
You know that I've always had a thing for you. You know that. You know that I found you very attractive. And now the fact that you were talking about retiring and you are kind of sort of, but you're still in the biz producing. And that is so damn sexy.
Oh, thank you very much. No, yeah, I'm not on the road as an artist anymore.
That the fact that you're on your own, you're doing your own shit. And if you didn't have a girlfriend, I think I would be hitting on you.
I don't know how far you get, AC, but, I think, the thought of it is kind of weird. But well, if I didn't have a fiance, she's not my girlfriend anymore. She's my fiance. Chances are you would have, out of a percentage, probably 0%. I still wouldn't go for you. Oh, Lord.
Yo, how have you been?
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, man.
I love you. How you been? What's going on? Everything good?
Everything's great. Can't complain. Everything's so good right now.
I want to tell you that I was sitting here at the house watching the parade, and I swear to God, I missed you. I felt bad. But how did you?
That's okay. I'll send you. They did a piece on me before the parade, so I'll share it with you.
Right on.
It's about my doing therapy through music and hospice and everything right now too.
Right.
So I'll send it to you.
Did you have fun doing the parade?
I had a blast. I was on with the Grand Marshal, which was Danilo Carrera. He's on a novela from Ecuador. So he was a lot of fun. I felt bad for him because, there were a lot of people that did know him, but, the parade is a bunch of Tejano fans. And so I had people really showing out for me. Yeah. Yeah. It was cool.
You grew up as a kid watching the parade go by.
I mean, I've been in the parade as a little girl. I was a cheerleader, so I've been in the parade probably the first time I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. Wow. And then again when I was like 10 or 11, and then maybe a couple more times after that. And then I was on as a performer, performing on the float. And then now to actually be the honorary Grand Marshal, it was pretty awesome. I mean, they hook you up. Like they got us a room at the Embassy Suites downtown. We went to the gala the night before. Like they took really good care of me. I was super, it was really nice.
Well, good for you. I'm telling you right now, I did the parade myself as well, but that was when I was in John Jay High School and we'd march the whole,
marching the whole parade.
Forget about that, man. Anyway. So listen, you're producing artists and you got some pretty impressive, what you sent me, I dug. I love Allie and I love this guy, Dez.
I haven't sent you all of them yet. You're going to love them, but no, it's going so good.
So basically you have your own stable, stable, if you will.
What it is really, I'm mostly pushing L&D Productions, which is my production company where I produce and write music. And so all of those artists, El Gallo Dez, Allie, Alicia C, Annika, Kiana, and there's another one soon to be added to my producing is Miriam Lopez from Oregon. They are, produced by LMD Productions in association with Shellshock Records 3, which is my record label. The only artist at this point that's exclusively signed to me as an artist is El Gallo Dez. I'm not saying I'm not going to sign any of these artists. They're patiently waiting for their turn. But I think, there's still a little bit of growth, not only for them, but for me too, as a record label. So things are just really popping, for all of them. And they're all doing really well. And I've been very selective with who I'm using to represent the LMD Productions and in association with Shellshock Records 3 artists. I'm being very picky. I'm definitely looking for artists that can sing. It just so happens that all of them have a great look and a great personality. They're all very unique. All of them are so unique and different from each other. And what I really love about them is that they're brand new blood to Tejano.
For sure.
Brand new.
Last podcast, Juan Carlos Villegas from Negani.
That's my good bud. Yeah.
Dude, he said nothing great things about you and the work that you're doing right now.
He's awesome. He's a great guy. And he's probably one of my favorite collaborations. I just did a playlist on Spotify recently called the LMD Queen of Collabs because, I hold the record for collaborations in the industry. I think it's over 35 collaborations that I've done with other artists throughout my career. And I did one with him and with Negami. And it was we did two versions. We did a ballad and we did like a norteño version. And I like the ballad version. I think it's just, I don't know why that song didn't do better than it did. It's just a great song.
Yeah, he and I had that discussion through the whole session, the episode. I said, dude, what I find amazing, the fact that you, David O, Juan Pimenero are finding more work or more fan base out of Mexico. Even though you're Tejano, you get more fan base out of...
Oh, well, because there's a lot of Tejano fans. I mean, especially in Monterrey. I mean,
yeah.
We just did Nortex. Nortex was in December. This past December, I did Nortex, and the fans were great. And I think for me, I only went to Monterrey like 2 or 3 times in my whole career. So they were really excited that was going to be my last show there. And man, they showed out. There was thousands and thousands of people.
Well, when you get a chance, I know you're busy, but when you get a chance, maybe we should check out that episode with Juan Carlos, por favor.
Yeah, I'll check it out. it out.
So, Shell, tell us about the guest we got with you right now.
I'm so excited and so honored to have this beautiful young girl, very talented, 12 years old, from the Conroe area, Allie, who is just tearing up the airwaves right now with her new single, Mi Fascinacion. So here she is.
Hi.
How you doing, Allie? Everything good? That's a yes. I see you move your head.
Yeah. Don't forget they can't see you, Mama. They just hear you.
Yeah. Well, listen, I got to tell you that I love your song. Oh, God. Me fascina tu canción demasiado. It's awesome.
Thank you.
By the way, do you speak Spanish at all? Or a little bit?
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Fluently?
Yeah.
Right, well, cool. So, how did you find Shelly? How did you guys hook up? Tell me all about it.
So it was a TikTok that my mom had posted, and it was me being Allie, and I was just going crazy and acting crazy in the house because I didn't want to do my homework. So that's what I was doing. And she posted it, and I think that was the one that Shelly had texted my mom and was like, I think and let me ask if she can do this song. So she asked, and of course I said yes.
Shelly's that worked?
Yeah, I met Allie probably like 2018 for the first time, like in person.
Yeah.
It was during fanfare for Univision here in San Antonio. And a great kid. And then a little while later, her mom, she learned one of my songs, Devuélveme el Corazón, which is actually, it's not an easy song to sing at all.
Sure.
Like it's a very difficult song. And so her mom posted her singing, and she was so tiny. She was so little, and she hit the high dynamic note. And I was like, man, this kid's going to go places. And then, like Allie said, fast forward about 4 years later, her mom posted, kept posting videos because she likes to sing a lot in her room, in her music room. And she sings anything from Tejano to country, to R&B, to pop. And I was getting ready to release a song for the Robb Elementary students, victims, and community. And it's called I Am a Child, Don't Put It All on Me, that I co-wrote with Gallo Dez. And so immediately I thought of Allie. I'm like, this, and she was, of course, 11. Like, this 11-year-old's going to nail it. And she did. So that was our first time working together, was last year for that song.
Real quick, Shell, where can I find that particular song?
It's all over all digital platforms, and it's also on YouTube.
And what is it called again, one more time?
It's called I Am a Child, Don't Put It All on Me.
I'll look for that one. Look for that.
Yeah, it's great. And Allie just definitely, made it her own, and, got the message across, because we wanted it to come from a child,
Yeah, for sure.
We wanted it to be from their perspective. So she did amazing. So I had asked her mom and dad if, they would allow me to continue to produce her and work with her and mold her and direct her. And they said yes. And so specifically, I wrote 2 songs for her. And I let her decide which one she wanted. And she chose Mi Fascinacion. So it's a perfect fit for her.
Wait a minute. You wrote that song? I didn't know that.
Who, me?
Yes, I didn't know that. You wrote that song.
Yeah. I mean, that's what people are getting used to, Mama, is that I don't produce and write music.
She doesn't. Allie, she does not.
Hello. I mean, it's like I arranged it and wrote the song specifically for her. The lyrics were written by my good friend Jose Rosario, and so yeah, I mean the song it's her song. It was written for her.
So, Allie, did you find it challenging? I mean, did you enjoy the process?
The process of Mi Fascinacion?
Yeah.
Yes, it was extremely fun. Like, it's a memory that I will never forget.
Did you enjoy being in the studio?
Oh, yes. That was the fun part.
What did you find? What did you find most fun about being in the studio?
Singing the song. Yes.
Okay.
We recorded in the first time we worked together. We worked in Conroe, Texas, when we first did I Am a Child, which was over at KT Productions, a studio. That was the first time, and it was nice because we had her whole family was there. Her mom and her dad, her grandma and grandpa, and because they're very, very active in her career and her growth and her life period, which I think is so amazing, which is one of the other reasons why I fell in love with the family, because they remind me a lot of my mom and dad.
For sure.
There all the time. And, for a 12-year-old, it's very important that, the direction and the guidance of people who love her are around and close by. So then this last song, Mi Fascinacion, I went to Houston, and I booked a studio there in Houston with my friend Ralph Garcia from Aviso. And we cut vocals there because, Allie and her family are in Conroe. So it's closer for them. So we actually cut vocals there, and we did the photo shoot there with my friend Seferino Garcia. And Ralph, who was engineering the session, he was blown away. He was like, man, Shelly, this kid is amazing. This kid sings like perfectly in tune.
Shell,
I was like, no, duh.
I told you that when you sent me the copy of that song. I said, dude, that voice, man, you have a great voice, Allie. Did
Thank
you
you.
Did you always know that you wanted to sing?
Yes, I knew that this was something that I wanted to do.
And do you plan on sticking with it?
Of course.
Right on. Now, when Shelly said that you did like country, you like Tejano, what are your favorite songs?
Favorite songs in general?
In general, yes.
She
I
likes
like
Signo a lot.
I like Signo. I love Signo. Most definitely Signo. I like Grupo Frontera. Have you heard of them?
Sure.
Yeah, she sings it all, man.
For
She really
sure.
does.
Now, you're obviously just 12 years old. Do you find yourself acting older, or are you still being a kid?
People say that I look and act a lot much older than my age, but I feel like a kid, so yeah, I feel like a
What do you,
child.
aside from singing, what do you prefer? What did you like to do as a kid?
I like to fish. If you see my
Really?
if you've seen my Instagram, I love to fish with my dad. I like hanging out with my friends.
Do you catch and release, or do you keep everything that you catch?
Catch and release, catch and
No.
release.
All right. Don't.
She's like, we're not to that. Yeah, we're not to the cut the guts out yet.
Oh no, I don't eat fish.
You don't eat fish? Come on now. What the
I don't eat fish. I like spending time with my friends. I love animals. I love eating.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
My grandma's chicken Alfredo.
Awesome. Chicken Alfredo. Right on.
hmm
That's awesome.
I have 2 pets. I have a baby turtle. His name is Kuda. And then I have a leopard gecko, and her name is Mila.
Whoa. A leopard?
A leopard gecko? It's a gecko.
The gecko that
Oh,
looks like a leopard
gecko.
color.
Yeah, a gecko.
Yeah.
Got it now. Right on.
Yeah, a gecko, but it's like leopard print, and its tail is fat.
I've never seen that. I got to look at that next time.
So listen, Allie.
But no, Allie's like totally. She is a 12-year-old. I mean, you see her social media. She, definitely enjoys life, and her family is not the type to want her to grow up too fast.
Sure.
That's why I'm very I'm very considerate with what her parents are okay with and what they're not okay with.
I would imagine you would say,
Yeah.
I want to do this with your daughter. Do you give me the okay?
I mean, even like her photo shoot, people will say, well, she doesn't look 12, I'm like, because she's also an artist. We don't have her revealing anything. We don't have her distasteful at all. But, people are not looking at from an artist standpoint. We took a lot of beautiful photos of her. And when you see her up close, she has beautiful green eyes.
I saw that.
So
I
yeah,
saw
she's
that.
got beautiful green eyes like her daddy. And so, when people see that, they're like, and I didn't want it to look like a normal photo shoot, like you take your child to go take pictures. I wanted it. She's an artist now. She's a recording artist, and that's the persona that needs to be on camera,
Yeah.
and again, it's not a lot of makeup. It's very light. It's just to accentuate her green eyes and, stuff like that. I think a fan commented on one of the pictures and said, would just, still be a kid.
For sure.
But think about this. This passion comes from Allie. It doesn't come from her family making her sing. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
This is something that this child, she loves to do. She loves doing it. And it just comes natural to her. She's just was born to be a singer, and she was born to do this.
Allie, I will tell you that when you smile, it's a great smile. But I do notice that you have a small dimple on your. Yes,
Got a hole in her face.
my daughter has the same dimple. I swear to God, she's 27 now, but when she was little, just like, oh God, I love dimples. I love it anyway.
She has a hole in her face, like I tell my Mia. Like, you got a hole in your face.
And those eyes, I saw the album cover, and I saw those eyes. I said, wait a minute, are those green eyes?
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Tell them about the photo shoot, Mama, how you felt, with the pictures, and then you saw them right away.
I felt like famous. I felt like they were doing my hair, they were doing my makeup, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
so it made you feel special, huh?
I felt special, yes.
You are special. You're very special.
For sure. No doubt. Listen, Shelly, again, give us the 411 on when can we get her single and when can we expect a full album from Allie?
Well, the single is out now on all digital platforms. It was released Cinco de Mayo. It's doing extremely well. Allie doesn't know this, but I actually got a text message from one of the heads of Sony Miami.
Wow.
And he actually complimented Allie and that. So it's awesome to see that people are paying attention. See, she didn't know about that. People are paying attention. It takes time. It takes time to gain this momentum. And even with the arrangement for Allie, I was very strategic with the instrumentation that I did on the song, because I didn't want to pigeonhole her into just one thing. Like I could have just gone straight up full on accordion on the intro, but I still implemented a little bit of keyboards, and I do that for a reason. People think, oh, it's just, part of the arrangement, but I have a strategy when it comes to why I do things. So the song is doing well on all digital platforms. It's doing well on all Tejano radio right now too. We're even getting a lot of airplay in Mexico. I was looking at the analytics. So people are listening in like Bolivia and Guadalajara and Spain and Germany and places like that. People are listening to her music. So this is only the second single. Obviously, I Am a Child, was kind of more on the not down low, but I wasn't promoting it like we are Mi Fascinacion, because that was for the Rob Elementary. That was something different. That was a whole different meaning behind that song. But this one's different, and Mi Fascinacion, people are loving it. They're singing it.
I'm going to say what I love about that hook, because de Mi Fascinacion. The fact that if I give you one, you give me two, right? I love her smile. I love her smile.
Yeah, it's crazy. My favorite part of the song is the end, when she's doing her little.
Yeah.
That's just my favorite part of the song. I just think it's so pretty.
What is your favorite part, Allie?
I like the part where it goes like, Amor cuando te miro. I like that part when it goes like down and then like
that's
up.
The pre-chorus. She likes the pre-chorus. See, and that's for a normal 12-year-old, you don't really normal 12-year-olds, but Allie's not a normal 12-year-old in my eyes. She's something special. The dynamic of the song is what she's talking about, and one of the things I did want to talk about as far as Allie in the studio is she's a perfectionist. She is. She may be 12 years old, but
she knows what she likes.
She knows what she likes, and she knows when she could do better, which she doesn't even really need any correcting. I think the first time we ran through the song, she only had one part that needed to be fixed. That was it. Her intonation is very, very good for being 12 years old. I mean, she's just, like I said, she gets better and better. And we're going to be talking about what's going to be next. I think the next thing we're going to have to do as a family and, sit down and figure out what direction does she really want to go in? Does she want to still tap into all of these genres that she loves? Does she want to focus more on Tejano? I mean, that's going to be up to Allie. I'm going to produce and write music.
For sure. Allie,
whatever she wants.
If you wouldn't mind, if you don't, that's okay. But can you do a little bit a cappella?
Of course. Absolutely. Let's see which part I want to start at. No sé vivir sin ti. Sin tus caricias no soy nada. Quiero oír tu voz, tu respiración. Quédate junto a mí. Dime en secreto que me amas. En mi corazón hay una explosión. Amor, cuando te miro, me siento estremecer.
Awesome. That's incredible. Bravo. Allie, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to do this with the podcast. I want to wish you the best of the best. Oh, man, you got a lot of positive things coming your way.
Thank you.
Shelly, you got your hands full for sure.
I know that. But I have no doubts in Allie and where she's going to go and the things that she's going to achieve, not only in music, but in life.
Absolutely,
she's a very beautiful soul. She's an innocent child who, is full of life and full of aspirations. And I just want to be here to be along for the ride and, help guide her in any way that I can and be a mentor and continue to create music for her. That's going to be part of her musical legacy. I did want her to tell you really quickly about her grandpa's conjunto, if that's okay.
By all means.
Tell her a little bit about that, baby.
Okay, so my grandpa has a band, Grupo Fijo, and my grandpa was the lead singer for a little bit. And when he was the lead singer, he would allow me to go up there and do 2 songs with the group, Un Rinconcito and Dime Dónde y Cuándo. And we would do those 2 songs in the middle of their sets. And that's like performing with my grandpa and my uncle, because my uncle's on the drums and my grandpa is on the bass. That one was cool.
Very cool.
She's been performing with them lately. Her and her young friend, who's also 12 years old, he's a self-taught accordion player. So they've been featuring them too in the show, and it's been amazing. So if you're gonna see Grupo Fijo, you'll see Allie and Trey.
I got a feeling that we're gonna see a lot more of Trey as well as Allie.
Yep. It's
Yep.
cool.
So. Yeah.
Allie, again, thank you so much. Continued success. Take care of yourself and can't wait for positive things to happen to you.
Thank you.
Shell, thank you so much. So you got somebody else?
Thank you, AC.
No, thank you. You got somebody else waiting in the wings, don't you?
We got somebody else waiting in the wings. Yes, we do. So excited to introduce you to my first exclusive Shellshock Records 3 artist, El Gallo Dez, all the way from California.
Whoop, whoop.
So it's going to be great.
Take care, Allie.
Bye.
Dez, El Gallo Dez, or is it Dez? You tell me, man.
El Gallo Dez, it all works together, man. If you want me to sound a little more Mexican, El Gallo.
Right on. Well, welcome to the AC Cruz podcast, my brother.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you for accepting the invitation. Shell, how did you guys meet? Would you rather him to it?
Oh, he can tell the story.
Yeah, sure. So
the
let's see how well
yours.
I tell it.
Yeah.
No pressure, man. No pressure.
Right on.
No, but so basically, I started on TikTok posting little videos of myself singing, doing family stuff with my kids and stuff. And a mutual friend of ours, Lexi Rodriguez, ended up sending a video to Shelly of myself singing Adios Amor with my son. And next thing you know, she messages me saying, "Hey man, I have somebody that might want to meet you. She's a legend in the Tejano industry. And how would you feel about, me introducing you to her?" I was like, "Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course." And next thing you know, I get a call from Shelly and she's like, "Hey man, I want to work with you. You ready to get started?" I was like, yeah.
Right on. Right. But by the way,
it was, Lexi Rodriguez's dad is Mico Rodriguez.
Lexi and Miko were on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
really? Okay.
She's really the one that I had told that to kind of be looking out, because, TikTok is such a really good platform to really, listen to a lot of talent. When we initially had the phone call, our chemistry was great. I mean, because, he's a very easygoing guy and very humble, so that comes across instantly. So we had a really good connection. And what I loved was that he wasn't familiar with who I am. So, I know he did.
Come on now, get the hell out of here. I'm going to tell you right now.
There's a lot of people that.
Please, when you hear on the podcast, you say, "You know what, AC? You are Tejano royalty." And I said, that made me feel special. And you are Tejano royalty. So
well, thank you.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of cool to know that there's still a lot of ground that hasn't been covered as far as Tejano and really what people really know about Tejano. And that's what I love about Dez, is that he's come to find a whole different appreciation and I show him some different artists and he's like, "Wow, that sounds great." And he's learning the different types of Tejano that we have. And I like it because he's genuine with the appreciation he's bringing to the table. He's not like us here where we've been in it so long and some are tainted, and he's not like that, So coming in with like fresh new ears and eyes, I mean, I think that's really what has been one of the things that has helped us.
I will say this real quick about you, Shelly, the fact that you're keeping your ears open, you know what you want, and you can appreciate new blood.
And he's definitely that.
So listen, Dez, if you can tell us, who are you, where you from, how did you get singing? Talk to me, brother.
So I come from a long line of mariachis, musicians. My father was one of those. He was part of Los Galleros, a little bit in Mariachi Sol de Mexico. And I grew up singing with him, doing little gigs with him. You know, when I would do talent shows, I was the only kid with a full mariachi on stage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's in playback. He's got a full.
Go big or go home.
Yeah,
I know,
man.
right? Yeah, it was crazy, man. Actually, my first talent show was in 5th grade singing My Way. And I had a full mariachi playing, you know, My Way, the Frank Sinatra version and everything. It was super dope. But so, yeah, I grew up, you know, just really being stuck on mariachi music. I didn't really venture out anywhere else.
If you don't mind me asking, where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Pico Rivera, California. It's about 30 minutes from Islos.
Sure.
So grew up with a lowrider community and you know, listening to oldies and all that stuff. But of course, mariachi was the roots. Oldies was second. My brother introduced me to like Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack, all the American classics. So as Shelly said, I wasn't really familiar with Tejano music, being that it's not a very big genre that's listened to out here. Obviously, the only one that I was somewhat familiar with was Selena. But other than that, I didn't know much. So like she said, being that I'm very new and fresh to the Tejano community, the Tejano sound, all the different types of artists and groups that there are, it helps me have a different kind of appreciation for the music than I do for all the ones that I grew up with. Of course, I love mariachi, but just like Shelly said, you know, like being so much around it, you start to lose appreciation because you get so used to it. It just becomes like a second nature type of thing. So learning about Tejano and all the different types of genres
the fusion, if you will.
The fusions. Thank you. It's really mind-blowing with how much you can do with it. So it surprises me that it's not more popular than.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what,
really.
Shelly and I have a good friend. I don't know if you've heard Herida Reina Duele.
That was a big hit. Yeah,
It was a huge hit.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance, make sure you check out Duele, man, from Herida Reina.
Duele, okay.
Yeah, but it's great to hear that you find the genre Tejano interesting and that you're accepting it. And the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, did I hear this right, that you are coming to San Antonio?
Yes, I am. I'm actually moving there at the end of this month. So I'll be in Texas doing a lot of great things with Shelly. We've already been talking. We have so much planned. And I mean, sky's the limit. There's going to be so many surprises.
Don't get fooled by the tourists. Of course, you want to stop by Mi Tierra for sure, but there's some great.
No, I already took him to the other. He already knows there's a lot of other really good restaurants.
Oh, for sure. there was one.
Yeah, he knows that.
There was one down the street, Shelly, there from where Abby lived, called El Milagro. Great restaurant.
Y Milagrito.
The one on St. Mary's, right?
That's Milagrito.
Yeah.
That was really good. That's a really good restaurant.
Yeah,
I gotta take David to that one. Yeah, I'll take him to that one.
I'm down.
Des, now if you need somebody to teach you the cantinas, I'm the guy. Anyway, Shell, go ahead, you were saying.
You can't take him out. One of the things that has been super awesome, you know, of course, I had mentioned earlier that he is the first official artist to be signed to Shellshock Records 3, which is pretty much a no-brainer for me. I had known pretty early on that this was going to be my first artist that I wanted to take on exclusively. You know, and I had to get my feet wet. I mean, I've had Shellshock around since 2012, but for my music, and it's not really the same thing. It's different when you're, you know, sign other artists and stuff. And that was the goal from the beginning. But another thing that I love about him is right out of the gate, I asked him if he wrote music. And he said yes, that he had dabbed into it. And I'm like, well, let me send you a few things. And he had never written country music.
Never.
And I wound up sending him a country arrangement, and he wrote it the same day.
Wow.
And sang it and sent it back to me. And our chemistry with songwriting has just been amazing. It's I can send him any kind of arrangement and he'll nail it. Rogando por Tu Amor, which is this song, I'll let him tell the story of how that song came to be, which is his new, you know, his first single, which is the Tejano version.
By the way, I dug that when she sent me a copy. I dug it, man. I dug it. Did you enjoy it?
Thank you. Oh, I loved it. So how it originally started was a mariachi bolero, and she asked me if I would feel comfortable doing Tejano since I had never done it before. But first of all, we all know, I've said it a million times, but if you guys know Shelly, you know her best ideas come in the middle of the night. So she hits me up at like 3 a.m. Hey man, I just had a dream of you singing this song. Like, you got to get on this. I hope you can write something to it. If you feel something, do. If you don't, whatever. And I immediately heard it. I was like, oh yeah, I heard the mariachi version. I started writing. She's like, you want to try Tejano? You know, like, you want to try something new? I was like, yeah, but you know, I didn't want to let her down, or you know, I was super nervous about anybody feeling like, oh, this dude's he's not it for Tejano, you know. And luckily, I was just embraced from the start, and she herself validated me as soon as I sent her back the recording, and she was like, yeah, man, you hit it on the nail right on the head, and helped me calm the nerves a little bit down, and it's been taking off ever since. I couldn't have asked for a better reaction, and wouldn't imagined I would have had such a reaction from everybody. So super thankful and appreciative for Shelly to guide me and mentor me in all this, because I'm a new fish to all this. So I'm just listening to everything she tells me and trying to take it above and beyond her expectations every step of the way.
Well, don't be surprised if she does call you again at 3 a.m. But I tell you what,
I'm not tripping, man.
Now I did maybe about 2 months ago, maybe less. I called her up, and it was kind of late. I said, why? It was a picture, right, Shell, of a microphone. Why Shellshock number 3? And she said, why not? I said, okay, cool. And then I said, dude, I loved it.
Oh, you wanted to know about the number. That's what you were asking.
And then I said, you know what, Shell, I got an idea. Why not introduce your new artist on my podcast? She said, you know what? That's a good idea. I said, we'll do Allie, and then we'll do Dez in the same episode. She's great, man. And boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it was great. No, he was asking why I incorporate the number 3.
Okay.
That was my number in all my sports. I wore number 3. That's always been my number. And then I'm an odd number baby. So I'm 11, 13, 71.
You're just an odd person.
I'm an odd person. Yeah, I think so. But I just knew that I wanted to be different. I mean, I wanted it to be something that again, like I said, people would just, I knew I had Shellshock before
sure.
I even put it into motion, and I had the name. I knew exactly what I wanted, but it's just so awesome to be on this side of the stage now. You know, more behind the scenes. And one of the things that I'm super excited about for David, you know, coming to Texas is, you know, I'm putting his band together. Majority of his band members are going to be mine. So
I was gonna ask you now that you're not touring. What's up with your band? I mean, I was like, I was gonna ask you that.
I think they've kind of been secretly like waiting to see what I was gonna do. If I was gonna say, never mind, guys, let's go back on the road, you know. But
you know what, Shell, real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you. Real quick, I want to ask you: did you plan on doing the producing, or did you? Was it?
Yes.
Did you really?
I mean, this is where it gets really funny, because I've produced my music since 1989.
Yes.
I've produced everything I've done.
Even with Manny, you were a kid with Manny. Said,
but with Manny, I never got the credit. My name would never appear as a producer.
Okay. All right.
Manny took the credit for my producing.
Got it.
And so he didn't validate that in public until last year.
Is that right?
They asked him, they're like, how did you give Shelly her sound? He's like, I didn't. And I was like, holy shit. I hope everybody heard this, because, you know, finally, I'm getting the recognition as a producer.
Yeah, sure.
But I think now people are really starting to pay attention.
Well, good.
You know, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been recording for, 40 years.
Yeah.
So, but I love, artists like Dez. I mean, they inspire me. Their voices inspire me. And he's not lying when he says, I mean, I actually dreamt about him singing Rogando por Tu Amor. Like, the song was done in my dream. So I just woke up and got on this thing and started arranging it. And then I can't write in Spanish, and David can write very, very well in Spanish. So that's why I sent him, the melody and the music, and then he did the lyrics.
So lo que de él, ¿hablas español?
Hablo mucho español, man. Mi mamá habla puro español en la casa. Era mi primer idioma. I learned English in school later, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And along the way, you know, I became a little bit pocho and stuff, but then and I moved out.
Ain't no shame in that game, man. Shit, come on now.
Hey, you know, I used to think, I was like, man, hablo español muy bien. I speak Spanish perfectly. And then they took me to Mexico City and I was like, slow it down.
Slow your roll. Slow your roll.
Whoa.
Yeah, wait till you go to like Miami and that, you know, and you talk to Puerto Ricans. It's like,
forget about it. Forget about it.
It's crazy. And we get criticized, you know, and you're going to learn that because, you know, in Tejano in Texas, I mean, we're Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
You know, our music, as you noticed, we sing it in Spanish, but our DJs, our podcasters, we speak English.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's our culture. That's our culture here in Texas.
So you
that's
did mention
who we are.
For sure. Now Shelly did mention that you have kids. Now you have what?
I do. I got 2 boys. I got a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Now,
Isaiah and Brendan.
Are you teaching them to speak Spanish or do they just pick
absolutely.
It up? Right on.
Absolutely. No. They do. Yeah, they do gritos. Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, no stage fright. During the signing party, Shelly called him out. Hey, you gonna do a grito with your dad? And he was like, yeah. He got up there with me and he stared at everyone like, you got your phones out? Because I'm only doing this one time. I was like, damn. I was like, échale un grito, mijo. He goes, oh.
Give me their ages again. How old are they?
4 years old and 7 years old. Brendan is the smallest and my oldest is Isaiah.
So are they both musically inclined?
Yes, Isaiah is my singer. He's got the vibrato naturally already. He's got the singing remember me. He sings with me all the time. And my little one, he's a singer, dancer, and is picking up the guitar right now. We just got him his own guitar because he picks up the guitar my father bought me when I was 11 years old, and he just won't let it down. He's practicing every single day now since he got it. So I'm like, I guess Dad gotta do YouTube University with you and learn as well. All right.
Yeah, right on. I was gonna ask you, what instruments do you play?
I used to play trumpet when I was playing with my dad's mariachi. I let it down a little bit. Of course, I could pick it right back up and just, you know, work on my vocadura and get that muscle memory back. But that was what I chose to play as a child. I dabbled a little bit with violin, but I fell in love with the trumpet. I love the brass section. Just with mariachi, Shelly knows how much I love big band. It is absolutely my favorite to do.
I'm gonna ask you this: big band jazz, big band Tejano, or big band period?
Big band, period. I mean, La 45, they had the brass section backing me up, and man, I was fangirling with them backing me up already. I was like, bro, I swear, you don't even know.
We had a really big show that Alicia C, one of my other artists, it was her dream to have a big show at a theater. So it was her, El Gallo Dez, Annika, and Angel Jimenez. Along with some of my old band members and other members that I'd been, you know, that I'd worked with throughout the road, Mariachi Campanas de America, and La 45 Brass. I was the musical director of the show, and it was just an amazing show. And like, say, for instance, Alicia did all her new EP that I just producing for her right now. That'll be out in June. And Des did a little bit of everything. He did mariachi, he did bolero. Then he did the Michael Bublé big band with La 45, and that just the house went crazy. He got a standing ovation, and you know, it was an amazing thing to see. But La 45, the guys, when we went and practiced with them, like he started singing, and I wanted to look at their reaction, and they looked at me like, holy shit, Shelly, right? And I'm like, I told y'all, I mean, he can sing. And so right now we're actually working on 2 songs with La 45 right now that are original songs. But we're talking about a third one, which will be Tejano Orquesta. Because I've been telling him about Tejano Orquesta. So he loves like Sonny Osuna. He's been listening to Sonny Osuna.
Dude, Sonny was one of the first guests that I had on my podcast, man.
Oh wow. Yeah, I just, you know, it's crazy that I'm just getting introduced to his music, and like I got all excited the other day because I was listening to it, and then I hear one of the songs and I hear Shelly's voice, and I was like, that sounds like Shelly. And then he goes, oh, échale Shelly. I was like, it's Shelly. And then I said,
that was actually Little Joe. He was listening to Little Joe.
Okay.
Because I told him, I said, okay, because I want to do something, you know, and I'm only want to do Tejano as long as he wants to do Tejano. I'm not here to force anything on these artists because I want it to come from them. I want it to be from their soul, from their heart, what speaks to them, right? But I think, now that he's starting to understand with Tejano, how Tejano music is so many things, and it's the only genre that you can do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
And no other genre is like that. No other genre. I don't care where you go. It's going to be something that's going to be like, nah, that's not us, And Tejano is not that way.
If you recall, Shelly, real quick, Little Joe, Que Culpa Tengo, that jazz outro was freaking awesome, man.
Oh, yeah. I have to show him that song. That's
Que
a very
Culpa Tengo,
good
que
song.
andar tomando, te conocí. Forget about it.
Yeah, that's like, Que Culpa Tengo. It's like, it could easily be Tigres del Norte style.
For sure.
Yeah, but the way the song is, but it's Tejano. It's like,
but it's just awesome. So when you get a chance, check that out as well, dude. We got a lot of school to do with you, man.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I
love it.
So God willing, we'll get a Tejano Orquesta song with him and La 45 Mike Torres.
Yeah.
I really want him and Mike Torres to do something as a duet. So we'll see how that goes.
Let me ask you a question. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna say how I really do I see myself doing Tejano for a while. Of course, I want to dabble and show people my versatility with genres and stuff. But I really do love Tejano for the fact that there's not much criticism when it comes to. I mean, if good music's good music, that's just how they feel about it. And when you go to any other genre, say hip hop, even mariachi, they're very critical about the things you do. I've already gotten a lot of criticism for wearing the gauges and the mariachi outfit, and just being untraditional with not wearing the white shirt, wearing different shirts and stuff like that. And I mean, the Tejano community is like, I love your look, man. I love the new style, blah blah. And I just find it very refreshing, from so many other genres that are very critical and upcoming artists and stuff. And that's how I thought that this was going to be. And again, I would have never thought that I would have gotten such a warm welcome from such legends and icons. And it's really a dream how quickly this is progressing. And Shelly's like, pues agárrate los pantalones, mijo, because this is just the beginning.
You haven't even scratched the surface, but for sure, man.
I know. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, with regards to talking about Sonny and Little Joe, any artists that you find interesting or that you like?
Right now, I am stuck on Sonny Osuna. Like, I'm stuck on his stuff.
That's cool.
I like that he does like oldies style of songs. Oh man, because I love listening to oldies. I love like Aaron Neville, Brenton Wood, and Dana Washington, and all those oldies songs. So the fact that he can go from like Tejano to that, I was like, oh man, this sounds like I'm in LA. Like I'm in LA.
The first time that I heard him do Just a Gigolo and Everywhere I Go, that is freaking Sonny, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's a bad man.
In the late 80s, Sonny helped me buy my first motorcycle. Kid you not. Kid you not. Yeah. Anyway, Dez, I want to tell you, man, thank you so much for stopping by the podcast. You want to cover anything before we let you go, man?
I think you're going to want him to sing.
Yeah. No, here's the deal. Just so you know, we had Allie do us a little acapella, so I didn't want to press my luck with Shell.
Hey, my singers can sing in tune, acapella, no auto tune.
If you don't mind, would you mind gracing us with your talent? You can play any song that you'd like to sing.
Let me put my T-Pain settings on real quick.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm just kidding. I could do a little bit of I'll do some me and Mrs. Jones. I love that song, man. Michael Bublé. Super Michael Bublé fan, so I'll do that. Me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. We both know that it's wrong, but it's much too strong to let it go now. We meet every day at the same cafe. 6:30 and no one knows she'll be there. Woo! I love me.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, but don't sing that song in front of Jay Perez, okay? Just Shelly. That is Shelly's best friend. I don't know best friend, but good friend. That is his song. Yeah.
Jay will start crying. Jay will start crying. Jay's going to go suck his thumb in the corner and,
Hey, wait a minute. You said I did not. Anyway.
And I'll say it to him when I see him.
I love it.
He already knows.
So listen. So go ahead and give me something in Spanish. Here, if you don't mind, it's in Spanish.
Absolutely. Let's do Rogando por Tu Amor. Why not sing the single, right?
Yeah,
So everyone knows that it's not auto-tune.
There you go. That's right.
Ya no menciones el ayer, eso está en pasado. Dime que tú vas a volver y que me has perdonado. Porque yo sí te sigo amando. Quiero que tú sepas, sin ti estos días son raros. Por eso seguiré rogando por tu amor.
Bravo again.
Hey!
Shell, I kid you not, when I said it with Allie, you got your work cut out for you, man.
Well, I definitely, have amazing talent, and I just want to continue to challenge them, vocally, songwriting wise. I want them to continue to strive to get better at their craft, just like I am as a producer. I mean, I'm not afraid to work and tackle any kind of genre. I mean, I'll do whatever. David can tell you. I mean, I go from one extreme to the other when it comes to producing and writing music and composing music. So, but I'm very blessed, and he being the very first exclusive Shellshock Records 3 artist has just been. I mean, I'm so excited. We can't wait to get to work. So when I was talking about his band, I'm actually going to be making the announcement that I'm already going to be booking him for shows. So we definitely want to get him started this summer, God willing, and get him out there to.
Have you already worked on a set?
Oh yeah, in my mind I have.
All right,
David
got
doesn't
it.
know yet.
Got it.
Not yet. And Shelly, we trust.
Yeah. Shelly, good call, brother. Good call. Hey, any last words, if you don't mind?
Yeah, absolutely. I would just want to thank Shelly for even putting me in this position and basically showing me off to the world and guiding and mentoring me and all this. It's been a dream come true. Without her, I don't know what I would be doing. So, it was because of her that I picked all this back up and fell in love with music and writing and just being on the stage all over again. So I thank her, and I thank God that he allowed us to cross paths. And I know that it was all for a reason.
And we definitely got to take Lexi.
Yes. Lexi. Thank you.
That's our girl.
Absolutely.
You bet. Guys, thank you so much, Shell. I can't wait for the positive things to come out of Shellshock Records 3.
Thank you very much, AC. You know how much I love you, and I give you a hard time, but, you said that I'm Tejano music royalty. Well, you know that you're Tejano radio royalty to me, too. You've been doing this for a very long time.
Oh, shit. Forget about it. 5 years I've been doing this podcast. We started
the podcast, but we're talking about, like, long-term
27
radio.
years. I mean, come on now. My dad, my sister, my brother, they're all members of the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's our big Hall of Fame deal for Tejano. And, I'm class of 2008. So, yeah, I'm there with you on that. But, thank you so much for embracing. And it takes, veteran people in the industry like yourselves that have been in the game for a while to embrace the new generation. It's important.
You know what?
It's important for our growth for Tejano, for sure.
That was one of the things that I admired about my dad is he was always welcoming new sounds. For example, my dad grew up, he had his own band. He did big band. I played trumpet as well. So
Nice.
He did Little Joe. He did Big Lou, Los Muchachos, Ruben Ramos, Alfonso Ramos. So when the keyboard sound came out from La Mafia, Mas, he welcomed those guys. The new sound, the new blood, like you guys, we welcome that shit, man. Come on.
Thank you. Again, thank you for having me on the show, AC, and even thinking of me and welcoming me here. It's been an honor and a privilege to be here with you. Thank you.
You bet, man. Shell, thanks again. We'll talk soon. And
thank you. Thank you to all the listeners. We appreciate you all.
Check it out.
To AC's podcast. We
appreciate it. Shell, 171,000 subscribers.
Yeah. There you go.
That's crazy. I can't believe it.
That's
we
awesome.
got Australia. We got New Zealand. We got Singapore. We got Ireland. We got Celaya. Salvatierra, Aguascalientes, obviously Monterrey también. Forget about it.
It takes everybody. It's not going to take one person. It's
Exactly.
It takes a lot of people to make things happen. And, the industry is made up of radio, artists, media, bands, promoters, roadies, photographers, graphic designers.
Absolutely.
It takes so many different people. And so we definitely want to say thank you to the Tejano industry for embracing El Gallo Dez. I guarantee you that nothing but amazing music is going to be coming from him. We guarantee that.
By the way,
150%.
By the way, your first single, Shelly would tell you, I loved it. I loved it, brother. Continued success.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. I mean, being the first thing that I ever put out musically, it's really, it brought tears to my eyes when I first heard how many people loved it, and it still makes me super emotional when I get compliments like that. So thank you, AC.
You bet. Shell, thanks again. Take care of yourself. We'll be talking soon.
Thank you, AC. All right, love you guys.
Peace out. Have a good one.
Well, there you have it. Allie and El Gallo Dez. Of course, from Shellshock Records 3, Shelly Lares. Congratulations and continued success. I know Shellshock is going to do just fine. And of course, all the other artists coming in your way. So at the door, want to thank Jackie Lynn, the voice girl, Romeo, TejanoNation.net, and more importantly, want to thank you, the subscribers, the listeners. Hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. If you enjoyed this podcast, tell your friends. If your friends don't like it, find new friends. Until next season, just chill to the next episode of the AC Cruise Podcast. Much love, be safe. Available now from Shellshock Records. This 12-year-old powerhouse is tearing up the airwaves. It is Allie with her latest, Mi Fascinacion.
Si tú me prometes ser siempre mi amor, yo te entregaré completo el corazón. Eres tú, mi fascinación. Eres mi obsesión.
Also from Shellshock Records 3, El Gallo Dez.
Dime que tú vas a volver y que me has perdonado, porque yo sí te sigo amando. Quiero que tú sepas, sin ti estos días son raros. Por eso seguiré rogando por tu amor.
With his very first single, Rogando por Tu Amor. These are the latest Tejano hit makers from Shellshock Records 3. Download them today. Available now on all digital platforms.